my name is Suzanne. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and I am making this video specifically for people who are chair bound, and maybe even more specifically for seniors. This is going to be a thorough, slow, long video going through total body exercises. One thing before we get started, I just want to make sure that you are in a stable chair that does not have wheels unless those wheels have brakes, such as your wheelchair. And if you need to be in your recliner, that's okay too, but I prefer a stable chair. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. We're just going to start with some arm movements. So I want you to bring your arms straight out to the side and bring them up as high as you can. With all of these motions that we're going to do today, I want you to just focus on doing the best that you can. If your range of motion stops right here, then do that. And hopefully, the more times you do this class, you're going to notice that your range of motion is improving over time. So again, just do the best you can with each of these moves, and I'll be giving you tips and tricks along the way. 3 more. And last one here. Good. Let's warm up the neck a little bit. We're going to start with rotation. I want you to turn your head side to side as far as you can. We're not in a hurry here. This is not a quick movement. It's just a slow, full movement. And 2 more to each side. Good. Now I want you to look all the way up and all the way down. Now, if looking up triggers any dizziness, don't do it. Keep your head level and down, just stretching out the back of your neck. So just from here to here. Okay, if you don't have any dizziness, I want you to look up as far as you can and bring your chin down as far as you can. Nice and slow transition from looking down to looking up. I don't want you whipping your head back. Three more. 2. And last one. Good. Now we're going to do some big arm circles. So you're going to put those arms out to the side and go through your full range of motion. We're going to start forward and then we're going to go back in a minute here. Three more. And last one. Now you're going to go backward. Just doing as much. If you don't have that range of motion and your circle needs to look something like this, that's perfectly fine. And again, this is not a speed drill, so just slowly working through your available range of motion. 3 more. And last one. Good. We're going to switch down to the feet. We're going to do some heel toe raises. So you're going to come up on your toes, back on your heels. Up on your toes, back on your heels. So just trying to lift those heels up as high as you can and then those toes up as high as you can. And I want you to pause in between each one. So we're not just kind of swinging and getting momentum. You're isolating each of those movements. So toes come up, foot flat, then heels up. Toes up, foot flat, heels up, foot flat. Okay. 3 more. And the last one. Now we're going to bring those arms up in front and overhead. Which will alternate arms here. Now you'll notice that my back is away from the chair back the majority of the time here. If you want to do that, that's another way to use your core muscles instead of just kind of relaxing into this exercise class. If you sit up, you're going to use more muscle groups to control your body so that it's not swaying and twisting. You have to engage your core muscles in order to stabilize your trunk. Now, what I mean by engaging your core muscles, go ahead and keep lifting your arms while I talk here, is by pulling your belly button in towards your spine. So you're just kind of closing that gap there. Think of it as if somebody were to kind of sucker punch you in the gut. What would you do? You would just kind of bear down a little bit. You would brace those abdominal muscles. That's what I mean when I say engage your core muscles. All right, good. Let's just do 3 more on each side here. And last one. Okay. Put your arms straight out in front. The elbows don't need to be locked out stiff, just arms straight out in front. And we're going to roll those wrists. So we're going to go one direction and then we'll switch. So start by just kind of bringing them down and in towards each other. Only thing moving here is my wrists and my forearms. My shoulders are staying pretty still. My upper arm is staying pretty still. It's just kind of elbow down that's moving. And this should feel good throughout those forearms to just kind of stretch it out. If you have limited wrist range of motion, this should feel good. And again, just do what you can. Any of these are painful, just stop. I'm not interested in torturing you with pain. If it's something that you feel like maybe you could work through, if it's a low level of pain, maybe a 3 to 4 out of 10, then you can try and do a few of them. If it makes your pain worse, starts climbing 5, 6, then I want you to stop. Let's do 3 more. Now we're going to switch directions. So we're going to down and away from each other to start here. Three more. Good. Now we're going to warm up the upper body a little bit, the trunk and the low back. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch. So I want you to spread your feet apart. I'm just turning to the side because that's not a flattering angle, but you can stay facing forward here. Okay, and all I want you to do is, again, spread your feet apart a little bit, and you're going to reach down and try to touch the ground. Okay, just stretching out that low back. This does not need to be fast. We're not, doing cherry pickers like we used to do in Little League. You're just reaching nice and slow, stretching out your back, coming back up. Now, again, if you have dizziness with these kind of head position changes, something that might help is picking a focal point right in front of you and keeping that head kind of stable. As you can see, I'm just looking at a door hinge here the whole way down. as opposed to maybe following my hands with my head and moving my head a little bit more. If I just kind of keep my head stationary, that might help with that dizziness. If it doesn't help, just rest for a minute. Don't do this exercise, okay? So again, just working as much motion as you can from your low back. And 3 more here. Good. Okay. Now we're going to work kind of the sides of our trunk. We're going to do some side reaches. So I want you to just reach out towards the side as far as you can. And it's okay if your upper body kind of comes with you as long as you can stay in the chair. If you feel like you're going to fall, put a hand on your chair on the other side and then reach. And if that still feels too far, don't reach as far. Okay, this is an area that you can improve in. This is working on your trunk balance as well as your core strength. Okay, so this is a way to do it, is really reach as far as you can, but hold on to the chair on the opposite side and then switch. Reach as far as you can. Okay, and if you don't need to hold on, you feel like you have the balance and the core strength, then just reach. And I'm automatically kind of firing these muscles to stabilize myself and stop myself from just kind of dropping out of the chair. Okay, so again, a couple different options there. Hold the chair or don't, depending on your comfort and strength level. Don't want anybody falling out of their chairs today. So 3 more to each side. I lost count. Maybe one more. Thinking about the next exercise and I lost count. All right, now we're going to march. So you're going to pick those knees up, bring those knees in towards your chest as far as you can. Keep your back away from the chair if you can, and then you're engaging your core muscles even more with this one. Good. 3 more on each side. Okay, good. Now we're going to go back to the arms and kind of trying to alternate, give your upper half a break. So now we're going to go back. We're going to do a push, pull, push, pull. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just pushing as if I'm pushing the wall away from me, and then I'm pulling back and squeezing my shoulder blades as I bring those arms back. So I'm pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling. Go as far forward as you can without feeling like you're going to fall out of the chair. And then give it a nice tight squeeze as you bring those arms back, like you're squeezing a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Three more. Last one. Good. Back to the legs. Okay, we're going to kick straight out in front. Just straighten those knees as much as you can and try to pick your foot up so that it's at the height of your hip. And again, if you bring your back away from the chair back, you're really going to use your core muscles on this one. You might notice when you bring your back away that you can't lift your leg up as high. All that means is that you have hamstring tightness on the back of your thigh. Okay, I'll do a couple stretching videos, and if you're noticing that that's something that you struggle with, then try one of my stretching videos as well. If you need to take a break at any point, feel free to take a break, make it quick, and try to jump right back in. Let's do 3 more each leg. And last one. Good. Back to the upper body. Now we're going to do an overhead reach. And I kind of think of this as like picking apples, okay? I'm going to reach up as high as I can, really elongate this side of my body. Okay? Reach up, grab that apple, bring it down. Reach up, grab that apple. Okay? Just reaching overhead. Again, if you don't have that overhead range of motion, just do another forward reach here. Just extending that arm as far as you can. Okay, so try to get overhead if you can, and maybe this is another area of improvement for you. And as you do this class over and over again, you'll notice that it's getting easier. Three more on each side. And last one. Good. Okay, back to the legs. Again, I'm going to turn to the side because of the angle, but you're going to bring your leg out to the side and back in. We're going to do one side at a time, and the goal here is to keep your knee over your toes so they're not moving separately, and it's not this. It's one rigid leg here. It's moving as one unit. Okay, so we're going to do 15 to each side. Now, if you're in a wheelchair and you're kind of confined by armrests and you can't get that range of motion, do what you can. If it's just this, you can also scoot forward in your chair a little bit, and then you may be able to get a little bit more clearance for that leg to go out to the side. Okay, I'm going to turn again. Let's do 3 more. Okay, and then switch to the other side. And 3 more. Okay. Upper body bicep curls. So palms are facing forward And you're going to go through full elbow range of motion. Elbows all the way straight, elbows all the way bent. If you've done this class a couple of times and it's getting easy, feel free to add weights to any of these exercises. You can put little hand weights in your hands. You can put wrist weights on. There's some Velcro strapping wrist weights that you can wear. You can wear ankle weights the whole time if it's getting too easy for you, okay? If you don't have little hand weights at home, just use water bottles, a can of beans. That's about a pound. So just anything to start adding some resistance and increasing your strength even more. If you're interested in some of those weights, I'll go ahead and post a couple links below this video in the description so that you can just easily order some of those weights for yourself. Let's do 3 more. All right, back to the leg. So before we did this kicking motion, now I want you to add in a hold. So this is going to make it harder. Do as many as you can, take as many breaks as you need to. I want you to kick out and hold that leg for a count of 3. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to mix it up. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's do 3 more on each side. And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And last one. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, now we're going to do a tricep press. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me from the side, see my arms. The goal here is to bring those arms up so that your elbows are right over your shoulders. And then from this point, you're going to bend the elbows all the way and straighten the elbows all the way. All the while trying to keep your upper arm still. So the only thing that's moving is your forearm here. If you don't have that shoulder range of motion, your other option is just bringing those elbows even with your shoulders in front of you and pushing out, bending, pushing out, bending, pushing out. Okay. This is another great one to add those little hand weights to as this gets easier for you. So those are your 2 options, straight in front, straight overhead. Good. Let's do 3 more. Good. Now we're going to do a hamstring curl. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see the motion that my leg is going to go through. So I'm going to kick my leg out, and then I'm going to bend my knee as far as I can. Now you can do this just sitting in your chair, and you would just bring your leg off to the side. You'd kick and then pull, kick and pull. Okay? So either way, if you need to turn because you don't have room, if you're in a recliner, a way that you could do this one is just pull your leg into the recliner, and you'll still feel that hamstring contracting as you pull that leg into the recliner, okay? So you may even pull and hold for 3, 2, 1, just like we did with that other kicking exercise, okay? So again, it looks like this. Now, if you find that you're scuffing the floor with your foot, pick up your thigh a little bit, and then you can get that ground clearance. So kick out and pull back. Let's do 3 more on this side. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side. If you had to turn to the side in order to have this range of motion, you can hold onto the chair if you don't have that stability to keep your upper body up. Totally fine. No, hold on to the chair here. And 3 more. Good. Okay. Arms. We're going to go straight to the side, just to 90 degrees, so just to shoulder height. Another great one to put some weights in your hands for. And 3 more. And now arms straight out in front of you. You can put your hands together. Bring those arms straight out to the side. As you do this, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Again, you got that pencil in between your shoulder blades, go ahead and squeeze it together. So the range of motion here is straight out in front to straight out to the side. And you want to keep those elbows fairly straight. They don't need to be locked out, but fairly straight. And 3 more. Good. We're doing kind of a shoulder burnout here because the next one involves your shoulders as well. It's a little more complicated, so I'll go slow. You're going to lift one leg and one arm at the same time, but it's going to be opposite. So I'm going to lift my left leg and my right arm at the same time, put them both down, and switch sides. Okay, so opposite. Left leg, right arm, right leg, left arm. This is another great one to challenge yourself by pushing your back away from the chair back, using those core muscles to stabilize your body, keep it from rocking and rolling. Let's do 3 more on each side. And last one. All right, that's what I have for you. You made it through this long class. Now, feel free to just continue watching this class over and over again so that you can improve your strength and your range of motion and your core stability. Lots of areas for growth with this class if you keep doing it. So I do hope you'll come back and continue enjoying this class. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.